Hi everybody, I'm Tom and welcome to a Newb Improves, quite possibly the most optimistically named series on YouTube. Today we are playing Titanfall and I've called this episode Just Dance. The reason for that is sort of a bit convoluted. I usually like to name these episodes something to do with the goal I have, or lack of, as the previous weeks have been. And basically my goal this week is to not die in one-on-one matchups, like one pilot versus one pilot. So the reason I'm dying so much is because I'm mainly it's because I'm just not moving enough. I tend to walk in a straight line or just stay on the ground and stuff like that. So my challenge right now is, if I'm in a matchup with a pilot, I have to be moving all the time in all sorts of really odd, unpredictable locations. I shouldn't ever be in the same place 2 seconds in a row, or even 2.5 seconds in a row. And so the reason I called it Just Dance is partly because in a lot of westerns, and in particular in Back to the Future 3, they do this thing where the bad guy will shoot at someone's feet and tell them to dance, and what that boils down to is that sorry, I just got distracted by a particularly bad death where I started reloading before I killed the second pilot, but yeah, basically what that boils down to in the westerns is that someone has to keep moving, otherwise they get shot. And that's exactly what's happening in Titanfall. I've got to keep moving, otherwise I get shot. So I kind of liked that dance type thing, and I decided to update the reference a bit and call it Just Dance. So, that's how I died there. I didn't notice that while I was editing. Okay, so hopefully we will see a bit more of that. And I tend to be jumping when I move around the map a lot more. That's mainly because I don't want to be walking in a straight line, and if I'm jumping it's slightly harder to hit me and slightly easier for me to react to anyone that I see. Now, these episodes here, they're fairly decent matches, but I am kind of biased, thinking that they're not quite as good as they could be, because when I was doing my practice I actually had a round where I went 21 kills and no deaths, and that is absolutely the best attrition match I've ever had, and it seems that in these ones I just keep doing stupid things like that. But never mind so much about that. I've actually worked out one of the main reasons why I find recording difficult, and it's mainly because the lag. I thought that the lag was sort of unnoticeable, and I couldn't really point to a specific thing that was laggy, but I've actually worked out there is a visible sign, and that's in particular the movement and the grabbing onto ledges. It's very obvious that there's lag there because it just takes a lot longer and it doesn't work a lot more of the time, and yeah, it's just much harder to move around and be agile as a pilot. which is certainly very interesting. Something else I've learnt is that I probably should have realised this before. That was a nice drop. I didn't even mean to do that, it just happened to work out like that. Yeah, something else I've worked out that I probably should have worked out a lot sooner is that if I'm cloaked and I fire, then I stop being cloaked. Which, I didn't think it worked like that. I thought you just stayed cloaked until you got electric smoke, not electric smoke, arc grenade, or that's a common theme throughout this episode, getting killed by my own nuclear ejections, because usually just because I moved the Titan under a very tiny gap or something like that. Yeah, so I thought it was just if I got arc grenaded or if the thing ran out, but it's not that so much. It's if I fire, then my cloak will just disappear. So I'm trying to use it in a different way now. Before I was using it to almost as a protection when I'm I've lost my trail of thought. When I'm using a anti-Titan weapon against the Titan, I was using it as a protection. But that didn't work too well, obviously, because it just disappeared straight away, and I was just getting decimated because of that. So hopefully something I can take into account there and learn from and get easier. Ah, we did get there. I knew there was someone there, I saw them cloak, but then I just lost them completely. I don't know where they went. Getting far too close to that Titan. Okay, I think that's everything. Can't think of anything in particular that I need to say. Oh yeah, it's looking very likely that I will be upgrading my computer at the latest at Christmas time, so by January I should have a lot better footage, or at least slightly more skilled footage, which will be great for me as well, because I get to show off how I actually play rather than just how I play while it's being recorded, and hopefully maybe I'll get another matchup where I go for something ridiculous like 21-0. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention at the beginning, the kill to death ratio that I had before playing these 3 matches was 6.2, which is quite a bit higher than usual. I'm not sure if that was in part due to the 21-0 match that I played, or whether that went already, but yeah, that's I do seem to be getting a lot better KDs recently, and I think that it's really that everyone's pulling together and making me a much better player. And it's kind of interesting because only a few weeks ago I said that my challenge with this series was to get my KD consistently above 2.0, and that seems to be happening. I think it's just after I said that I started playing the matches without recording, and that really bumped up my KD. Which is interesting. What's going to go on here? Yeah, I didn't think I would get that one. Yeah, so essentially, if I do keep getting these much higher KDs, I've got to think of something else to do with the series. And I think I've got a couple of good goals in mind. I want a short-term goal of getting 3 stars on well, short-term goal of getting 2 stars on every single attrition match. Attrition map, sorry. So I'm just getting completely distracted. Yeah, okay, so I want to get 2 stars on every attrition map as a short-term goal. And I want to get 3 stars on every attrition map as a long-term goal. Now 2 stars probably won't be all that hard to do because essentially you just need to get 75 attrition points. And that gives you 2 stars on the map, and I've actually got a fair number of maps with 2 stars on it already. 3 stars will be a lot harder. I need to get 150 points on an attrition map, which means that it's essentially half my point score. Or half the total point score. Which is going to be a bit difficult because you're supposed to be matched up. People on your team are supposed to be fairly evenly matched, as well as people on the opposite team. And if I'm getting half the attrition points, that means that everyone else has to get at most 30 attrition points. Which essentially means I've got to carry the team, which means the team isn't very well balanced. So I think it's going to be really difficult to get the 3 stars on the map simply because of the way that it's all set up like that. So that's my short-term and long-term goals. I think I did have another goal, but I can't quite remember it now. I guess I'll think about that as and when I complete the 3-star challenge. There's also the... oh yeah, that's the other one. I want to get to Generation 10, and I want to... I want to complete all of the challenges at Generation 10, which will be interesting. Most of the challenges are just kind of, you just need to play the game for long enough. But some of them are actually difficult, like you've got to kill a certain number of pilots while you're ejecting and kill a certain number while they're ejecting, and it's just all very interesting, to say the least. And of course, by the time I get to Generation 10, I'll be able to unlock the rank chip, and I'll get challenges through that. Although I don't know how much the rank chips are going to be, how similar they are going to be to what they are now, because apparently what they are now is basically just a similar thing as the challenges. You can essentially complete them by playing for long enough, which doesn't play into the rank so much because there's not so much actual skill in that. It's just playing the game, which is kind of the same as the leveling in the Generation. But I'm guessing that at some point in the future maybe they will introduce something else, because I know that they do have a, as well as the level that you see, they have a level that you don't see, which is what's used to put you in matchmaking, and that's apparently much more skill based. Okay,
Transferring control to pilot.
yeah, This, at the moment, is the beginning of something a bit silly, really. I get a mojo off, and then I stay in the same place, and they land back on me. And at this point, I just cannot be bothered to get out and deal with them, because by the time I do that, they'll have gotten my Titan anyway. So I just try and get as close to someone else as possible, and I do manage to get a kill, so that's not it's not too bad. They also had a smart pistol, so if I had rejected, I probably would have died. Well, possibly would have died. Still not too good at dealing with smart pistols, although the extra movement does seem to be helping a lot.
Hey, your Titan will be ready in 60 seconds.
But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. Was that actually another Titan? No, that was the same Titan. Yeah, I just stood in there and I wanted to kind of keep firing on them, but they kind of saw me because I wasn't cloaked. This is one of those matches where it seems like the enemy always has more Titans than we do on the field. Probably because they're just using their Titans a lot better than we are. Yeah, at the moment, my challenge for killing the Spectres with the shotgun is going fairly well. The 5th level is killing 100 Spectres, and I think I've got about 77-ish. So, yeah. That's something else I keep doing. I keep throwing grenades instead of cooling in my Titan. So maybe my keyboard was slightly out of position there. Yeah, see, here there's 3 Titans, well 2 now, because one moved away. But their Titans combined with their pilots are doing a very good job at keeping us in check. And I keep getting distracted. I see someone and I try and go after them despite the fact that there's a Titan in front of me. At this point, I really did think that my Titan was done for. I'm pretty sure there was a pilot firing on me. And now my Titan is done for. But at least I managed to take them with me. Yeah, my Titan positioning hasn't been too good. Like in terms of where it is when it ejects, these 3 matches it hasn't been all that good. Usually I can do something really good, like take out a couple of Titans or maybe a pilot or so on. But at the moment it's just maybe taking out 1 Titan or 1 pilot, but most of the time it's just doing nothing.
Alright, we got what we came for. Awesome work, team.
It doesn't seem to be hampering me too much, but I think it is lowering my score a fair bit, and it's making my Titan so much less useful than it could be. And again, my Titan does keep getting destroyed very quickly in these matches. At the moment, I'm just kind of scouting around for pilots. I'm fairly sure there's someone around here, but I just can't see them. If I'd gone up those stairs, maybe I would have seen one.
The enemy dropship has arrived. Destroy it before they get away.
Yeah, not much to talk about at this point. And that's very stupid. There must have been 4 of them in there, and they just all... 102 attrition point. That's actually a pretty good score, especially since I was recording. I'm actually quite proud of that score, even though I don't know. I guess a lot of it came from minion kills, because I only had 11 kills and I had 5 deaths, so that's quite a low KD for me. Yeah, I've got my bargain card set to automatically fill because it was taking a while between matches to fill them all manually, and I didn't particularly want to keep doing that, especially if I'm trying to track my KD and track my challenges at the same time. At the moment I'm really not in a good position, and that I knew I was going to die there. I did see that there was someone else, and I just decided that I was going to get a kill because it's just worth taking someone out if you're definitely going to die. But then I used the rematch card to try and get the other one, and I just got owned by a smart pistol, which I have to admit wasn't exactly my plan. Why did I do it? I'm sure I didn't kill them. No, I think that was them. I must have thought I killed them in the match, but I guess I was mistaken. That smart pistol is just really starting to annoy me now. But yeah, my movement is helping a lot. I mean, usually when I'm up against a smart pistol I die almost straight away, and in that instance I'm actually managed to get out of their line of sight, break the lock on, and then get a kill because of it. Yeah, this match is just full of me chasing down kills. I've got no idea. I probably should have sent a salvo of rockets into there, because I'm pretty sure they went in there and they cloaked. But yeah, the pilots are so hard to see on this level because it's all grey and the pilots are all grey. This fight's just going really badly. I've got 2 Titans and a pilot on me. I just decide to go in. The thing is, at this point I'm thinking I shouldn't go in there because my nuclear eject's going to get me, and then I'm thinking there's 3 Titans in there. If I take out at least 2 of them, it's going to be sort of worth it. But I think maybe if I'd held back I could have regened my shield and done a lot better. So maybe something to think of. I'm in kind of a bad position here. I didn't quite mean to drop down there, and now there's just Titans all over me. There's 3 or 4 I can see.
Don't let them win.
So I just decided to make a hasty exit and see if I can make something happen somewhere else. Except I didn't mean to jump down there, I meant to just jump onto the edge. So now I'm back into the exact same position.
Hey, your Titan's good to go. Call it when ready.
Yeah, this match I think is kind of boring. There's a lot of time that I spend just walking around looking for a kill or running away from certain death, basically. I don't know why I couldn't get that pilot there. It's just tracking my bullets in the wrong place, I guess. And this is just not very good at all. I should have killed that a lot quicker, except I don't know. I guess I just wasn't. I wasn't tracking my bullets into the right place, I guess. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to do anything well there. And I go into the exact wrong place with my Titan. I could have probably survived if I was a bit farther back or a bit farther forward.
Hey, your Titan will be ready in 60
But
seconds.
who knows?
We're in the lead. Keep it up, pilot.
Yeah, I didn't see someone there, and I'm really slow at changing weapons. And I killed myself with my own arc grenade. Sometimes it seems like they've got a really big range on them, and sometimes it seems like barely anything. I mean, I was sure I was safe from that, but then it just killed me anyway. I guess because I was low life.
We're in the lead. Keep up the good work, pilot.
Yeah. It seems that I'm getting my Titan in fairly regularly in this match anyway. Which is lucky because I keep using it so quickly as well. Yeah, I will say that the enemy team here are just really good at using their pilots to the fullest extent. I don't know where that other pilot is. Ah, there they are. But they had one passing road during me, so I had to use my smoke and I couldn't see anything. And then they had another one just taking me out with a anti-Titan weapon. And yeah, at the moment there's 2 Titans there. I'm not going to escape from this one. So what I'm trying to do is just get as close to them as possible. But I don't get anywhere near them. Like, seriously, and now I'm in a really bad position because I'm really close to the Titan. And see, right there, I should have been able to run across that lip there, and I just didn't. That's just an example of the kind of movement difficulties I'm having when I'm recording. Yeah, that was a really close match, and I kind of wish I'd won that match because I think there's a Titan insignia that you can get while if you win 10 matches in a row, and I think I had about 5, 6 matches at that point, and so that one just lost by 4 points, and it's kind of really annoying. But yeah, time to get to the dropship. I think I'll start wrapping up the episode here. So, if you want to see more Titanfall every Wednesday and more Dota 2 every Saturday, subscribe to the channel and get the videos direct to your feed. If you like the video, please hit the like button and just help my channel grow, basically. And if you want to leave a comment, then please comment. And until next time, don't feed the trolls.